Welcome, gentle soul. I'm so glad you're here. Some feelings don't need answers, only space to breathe. This story won't fix everything, but it might soften something. So take a breath and let's begin. The Ascent of Arjun, from guardhouse to gold. In the heart of a small village in Uttar Pradesh, where the dust mingled with the raw earth, lived a young boy named Arjun. His home, a humble mud house, barely contained the warmth of his sprawling family. 17 souls huddled under one struggling roof, each breath a testament to resilience. His father, a farmer, wrestled tirelessly with the unforgiving land, but the harvests were never enough. Deaths piled up like the ominous monsoon clouds, heavy and threatening, forcing his father to hide from the relentless shadow of moneylenders. Scarcity was not just a word, it was the air they breathed. Yet, amidst this profound hardship, a quiet, indomitable strength resided in his mother. Her words, a mantra etched into his very being, echoed through their humble dwelling. "Padhoge, तो ही इस जगह से निकलोगे. Only if you study will you escape this place." This wasn't just advice, it was a desperate plea, a guiding star. She took up every available odd job, her every rupee a brick laid for their future, eventually making the agonizing decision to move Arjun and his younger brother closer to the city, to a place where dreams might dare to breathe, however thin the air. It was a sacrifice that spoke volumes, carving a path for a destiny yet unknown. Arjun understood the immense weight of her sacrifice, a burden he willingly chose to help carry. To sustain their fragile new life in the city's fringes, he became a tutor, sharing the rudimentary knowledge he craved for himself, earning meager sums, but enough to keep the flickering flame of hope alive. He pushed himself through his studies, fueled by a singular purpose, eventually graduating with an economics degree, a parchment symbolizing years of relentless, quiet effort. But the world outside was unforgiving, its gates guarded by invisible barriers. His education, obtained through a vernacular medium, seemed to shackle him, its limitations painfully clear. His English, broken and hesitant, became an invisible wall, echoing the rejections he faced time and again from employers. The only door that eventually opened was that of a security guard's post, a uniform that felt heavy not just with fabric but with the crushing weight of unspoken aspirations. 6,600 rupees a month, a fortune for a boy who had known only scarcity, but a mere pittance for the man who yearned for so much more. He stood at the gates, a silent sentinel to a world he longed to enter, a world of opportunity and respect. Day after day, he watched the men and women in their crisp suits, their confident strides carrying them into the gleaming towers of ambition. A quiet, fierce resolve hardened within him. "I want to be one of them," he thought, his gaze unwavering. "I will be." His journey of transformation began with the flicker of a screen, a humble light in his cramped room. Hollywood movies became his teachers, their dialogues his lessons. Hour after arduous hour, long after his security shift ended, he immersed himself, mimicking sounds, repeating phrases, painstakingly chipping away at the language barrier that had held him captive. It was slow, frustrating work, often punctuated by moments of self-doubt, but the vivid vision of those confident office-goers fueled his relentless pursuit. He knew that the path to his dream lay beyond comfort, beyond excuses. Slowly, imperceptibly at first, his relentless efforts began to bear fruit. His seniors, keen observers of diligence and hidden talent, noticed the quiet improvement, the blossoming communication, the undeniable spark of intelligence beneath the uniform. They promoted him, from the gate to an office coordinator, a small step to some, but a monumental leap for Arjun. He seized every opportunity, absorbing every detail, understanding the intricate rhythms of this new, professional world. One day, a complex problem stumped an analyst, a challenge that had eluded many, threatening to halt an entire project. Arjun, with his keen observations and untutored brilliance, meticulously worked through it and solved it. The whispers began, then the direct consultations. "He might not know the language well, but he knows his work," they said. His quiet competence began to speak louder than any accent. Then, an email, a name, a referral. Goldman Sachs. It felt like a dream, an impossible echo from the world he had only observed from a distance, a realm of financial giants. The old analyst, the one whose problem he had solved, had put in a word, a single sentence that became his battle cry. "Degree to hai, language sambhal lena." He has the degree, he'll manage the language. Arjun knew this was his moment. For days he prepared with a ferocity born of years of longing, devouring knowledge, honing his responses. He even bought a proper suit, a powerful symbol of the man he was determined to become, though it felt alien and stiff on his determined frame. This was not just an interview, it was a battle for his destiny. Round after complex, grueling round, he stood firm, his quiet determination shining brighter than any polished English. He remembered Babe Ruth's philosophy. "Every strike brings me closer to the next home run." He pushed through. And then it happened. He cracked it. The world shifted on its axis. The one security guard, the boy from the mud house, now walked through the imposing glass doors of Goldman Sachs not as a sentinel, but as one of them. He felt respected, truly seen for the first time in a profound, soul-deep way. His communication skills, once a formidable herder, now blossomed with newfound confidence, nourished by the belief of those who saw his potential. The first thing he did with his newfound success was, he brought his beloved parents to Bombay, to see their faces etched with pride and relief as they witnessed the life he had built. It was worth every struggle, every lonely hour of study. His father's words, heavy with gratitude, "Thank you, now I don't have to hide my face from money lenders," resonated deeper than any corporate success, a melody of liberation. The debts, the chains of their past, were finally severed, replaced by the boundless joy of seeing their sons' dreams come true. But Arjun's hunger for growth was insatiable, an inner drive that constantly sought new heights, much like the need for achievement as described in psychology. He enrolled in an MBA program through his company's scholarship, a journey that took him across continents to Chicago. He was living a life beyond his wildest dreams, but he never forgot the bedrock of hard work and humility that brought him there. He studied relentlessly, networked strategically, transforming every challenge into an opportunity. And when he graduated, he flew his parents down for the ceremony. His mother's tears, streaming down her face as he received his degree, were the ultimate validation of his extraordinary ascent, a powerful echo of her original mantra. 2 years ago, at the age of 36, he launched his own fitness company, a vibrant testament to his continued ambition and entrepreneurial spirit. It thrives, a beacon of his vision. He returns to his village often now, not to the mud house of his painful past, but to a pakka house he built, a sanctuary of comfort and stability for his family, a tangible symbol of transformed destiny. Who would have thought, he muses, that a security guard, once dismissed by the world, would one day run a successful, thriving company? This is the unyielding power of a dream forged in the fires of adversity. Arjun's journey reminds us that true success isn't about where you start, but about the relentless steps you take, the languages you learn, the barriers you break, and the unwavering belief you hold in yourself. It's about turning obstacles into stepping stones, whispers of doubt into thunderous roars of determination. It's about accepting failure as a path to success and understanding that perseverance is the bridge between aspiration and achievement. You too hold this incredible power within. Perhaps you face your own language barrier, not of words, but of fear,
of self-doubt, of the unseen walls that keep you from your true potential. Remember, Arjun, remember that every small step, every dedicated hour, every problem solved, every uncomfortable moment you face with courage is a brick laid on the path to your own personal victory. Your past does not define your future. Your struggles are not a sentence, but a story waiting to be written, a compelling narrative of resilience, of reinvention, of triumph. What dream whispers to you? What barrier stands in your way? Take that first step, learn that first lesson, embrace the discomfort. For when you believe in your dream, when you inspire yourself, when you refuse to give up, your success is not just possible, it's inevitable. Go forth, embrace the challenge, and write your own extraordinary story. The world is waiting for your ascent.
Moral of the story: no dream is too big if you are willing to work hard, persevere through rejection, and learn continuously. Your background does not define your future. Even the greatest obstacles can be broken with consistent effort. Sacrifice, resilience, and self-belief are more powerful than privilege. Every small step counts. Success is built over time, not overnight. Thank you for sitting with me in this quiet corner of the world. Your time, your presence, your heart, they mean more than you know. Until next time, take care of your softness and let it bloom.